Hey guys, Justin Case838 here, back on the CaseCraft server today, and we're the only ones on. It's actually about to be night. Let's see. But today we are at my base, and I just wanna. Today's episode, I'm gonna give you a warning in advance here. We're gonna do some kind of a little bit of building, mindless building, while I talk. I just kind of want to talk, since I haven't had an episode alone in a while. I've been with other people, group events, and stuff like that. But well, let me get to this first. I made a little to-do list here for my base just to help me to kind of organize what I need to do and stuff. Today we're actually working on the nether room. But yeah, there's just a few things here like enchanting room, main room. I want to just fix this up because obviously the walls are not done. Hallways are not pretty right now. Animal, regular farm. House up top, as I've said before, there's going to be a house on the top up there. Kind of like, what's the word? I don't know, but there's going to be a little house up top there. And a vault room for like my treasures or something. I'm not sure. I kind of just had that idea and was like, I got to put this up here. So, that's what I did. But I wanted to show you one last thing. I finally finished the storage room completely, and I put a roof on it. It didn't have a roof for the longest time, and now it has a roof. And you might be saying to yourself right now, but Justin, this is a boring oak wood roof. This is all you got? But wait. Boom. 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 That's right. The entire roof is crafting benches. I know. Your mind is blown right now. You can't handle. You are going to click off the video right now because of how good this is. Except don't leave me. Please. I don't want to be alone. But yeah. That's the roof. I had to work a crafting bench in here somehow, and I couldn't, didn't know where to put it. Perfect place. So, but today what we're working on is over in a different hallway. Got my stuff here. The nether room, and I've carved it out a little bit just so didn't have to do that grindy work on camera. But I hollowed out the room here. What I'm going for here is I'm gonna have it look like the nether, which is kind of a common theme. But as the room slowly gets bigger as you go farther in, I like the shape of it. I know it's kind of simple, but you know, I like it. But yeah, we're gonna work on that today. I guess we gotta dig out the floor first, actually. So yeah, just gonna look like the nether. But this episode isn't really about what's going on when I'm building. It's more about. Wait, do I have? I do. Hold on. I got this. It's more about what I want to say. So there's a lot of things I want to talk about. I guess I'll get right into it. Lately we've had the server has been really inactive lately, and it's kind of a lot of people just stopped playing. It was not in a good place, at least not the place I had originally imagined when I made it, and it was really inactive like the past few weeks, maybe even month. Well, no, hasn't been that long, but past few weeks. And I was getting on people's butts about it all the time. I kind of felt like a jerk doing it, but I mean, I was just trying to get people on. There were a few people on, like, I know Magic was on a lot. He was one that was always on, whether people were on or not, so props to Magic. But for the most part, and I was even guilty of this, as you could probably tell by the lack of CaseCraft videos at some points. But yeah, people just weren't on, didn't have inspiration. Everybody had an excuse, which is kind of normal. I guess it happens. That was faster than I thought. But yeah, and since in the past few days, well, as you can tell by last episode, we've been well, I haven't. Okay, so I'm kind of getting my thoughts jumbled here. Is this what I? Yeah, this is what I want to do, I think. We have recently been adding new members to try and fix this. I've been looking almost every day looking over YouTube for new members, and boy, let me tell you, that's not an easy thing, because it is hard to find good people. Good small people on YouTube, I will tell you. I didn't. Oh, I have 4 stacks. I was like, did I only grab 1 stack? But it is pretty tough, I gotta be honest with you. We added America, as you saw last episode, and I thought he was just genuinely funny when I first clicked on his videos. I was like, wow, this guy's genuinely funny, which is a quality you can't really find that often. So we added him, and we also added FF which Jeff is his name. I actually originally asked him when we first started the server, and he said no for some reason or another. I think he was on another SMP at the time. But since then he considered it again because I kept him in mind, and I guess for this time, go there. For this time, I guess, and I asked him again, and he said yes, which is pretty cool because I like his video style and all his videos and stuff. I think he's a cool dude. But yeah, so we're adding people. I'm still looking for people, so you're gonna see probably a lot more. Hopefully not too many more tour videos. I know they're getting kind of annoying. I guess that's the word. I don't know. Kind of too many of them. But yeah, hopefully not. I don't want to do too many tour videos because they're basically the same, really. But just trying to show some of the new members. Before I go on, actually, we recorded like a minute long or 2 minute long clip. We blew up. So a few members have left the server recently, and Luke being one of them, which I'll talk about after the clip. But he gave us permission to do whatever he wanted with his stuff, and we actually blew up his house, and Jeff FF was there. And yeah, so I'll put that clip in right here.
And light.
Thanks for that, Alberto. But we're over here, and we are at Luke's house. I probably talked about this in the video, which is probably what I'm going to do. But Luke recently left the server, and his house was still here at spawn, and Alberto really, really, really wanted to blow it up. But before he does it, I want to introduce the new member, which I have probably also done in the video before, but this is FF Tara, also known as Jeff, and Alberto did bad things.
Run.
You might want to get out of there.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
Oh god.
That was even better than I expected.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Ooh,
Yeah, you can
reeds.
set the rest on fire.
Get an underground
Yes.
farm.
Achievement get.
With
Give me that.
melons.
Give me
What a
reeds.
jerk.
Steal all the things.
Sure, why not?
Drake, what's this remind you of?
Alright, back to your regularly scheduled videos. Alright, so that was the little clip of us exploding his house. Alberto really, really wanted to do it, so I was like, you know what, why not? We had fun. That was like the first day Jeff was on the server. That was right after I gave him a little bit of a tour. I didn't record it though, because, you know, too many tour videos. A bunch of us were just together, and it was a fun little time. Anyway, back to what I was doing. I don't know what I want to do here. I want to have a giant portal in this back wall here. Let's do that. Then I'll do more. I have a lot of obsidian. Hopefully that's enough. So, yeah. So, we've been adding a lot of members, but that's kind of been equaled out because we've been losing quite a few for different reasons. That's efficiency 5 with haste 2. Did not realize how fast that was. We've been losing members for different reasons, and that's what I want to talk about today. We lost, well, I never really talk about when we lose members. It's only happened a few times, but nevertheless, I don't really talk about it, and that's not the right thing to do. I feel like I shouldn't try and hide it or something, because it's not something to hide. I mean, you're gonna notice it either way. I guess I was kind of avoiding it because it's just an awkward thing to talk about, but it's what happens. I mean, it's kind of a fact of life, really. So, we've lost about 4 members? Yeah, 4 members. I'll talk about them in order that they left, I guess, actually. So, Jay, you guys have probably noticed that Jay is gone. I don't think I purposely avoided saying that Jay was gone. I just never had a chance to say it, and then it was too late. I think this might be too big. Oh, no it isn't. That is amazing. I've never made a portal that big. I wonder if I can put it in the walls. I might do that later, because mining up all that obsidian would be annoying. But that's great. That is beautiful. So Jay left a few weeks ago, we don't know necessarily what happened with Jay. He kind of just he told me he wasn't happy with the server, and he expressed his discontent with certain members, and he was in a nice way. He was kind of a jerk, to be honest, when he left to a lot of the members. And at first, he was just like, I asked him where he's been and what's been going on. He was just like, he had an argument with one of the members, and he just left for a while, and then finally was able to get in contact with him. I was like, what's going on, Jay? What's happening? I don't know how I want to do this. Yeah, really don't know how I want to do this. Guess I gotta do another rack on the walls. So I was like, just what's going on? And no, I'm not laughing. Do I want to do the whole wall netherrack? Yeah, alright. Oops. Now I gotta mine out all the walls. What was I saying? Okay, so Jay just expressed discontent for members, and he was like kind of a jerk about all of it, and I was just like, I was upset kind of how rude he was, to be honest. And I asked him to leave, because after what he said, I was like, I don't want you on the server anymore. And I'm sure all the other members would agree. A lot of them, I told them afterwards, agreed. But yeah, I was sad because I didn't think Jay was a bad person. He didn't say anything bad about me specifically. I think I was the only one, but maybe that was just because I was talking to him. But I never hated him, but after that I was annoyed, to say the least. And I just was like, you gotta go. I mean, he couldn't stay for that. So that's what happened with Jay, and everyone kind of... What is going on? Like, I don't know. That looked really weird. Yeah, so then, next we had Kyle leave. Kyle never played much, really, which was, I was giving him a few chances, and I never specifically asked him to leave, but it was kind of, hey, there's already a big menu. He knew it was coming, so he was the bigger person, and just was like, I don't play here, I'm not helping the server, I gotta go, and he left, which is fine. And he did the bigger thing, rather than me having to specifically ask him to leave. And I still like Kyle. I think we're all still friends with Kyle. He didn't leave on a bad note, and he's a cool guy. Actually played with UHC and I played in a UHC with him as my teammate not that long ago. Just a little game between friends, and he happened to be there because long story. Anyway, so I played in the UHC. Hey buddy, you can do that then. Yeah, so I just played in the UHC with him, and it's cool. We're all still friends. Kyle and the rest of the group, I believe. He never really got he never had a bad relationship with anyone. Sounds like we're all in a relationship. We're not, I swear. Dang, man. This Fantasy 5 pick does work. Yeah, so Kyle got off on a good foot. Next, this one was actually completely unexpected, and it was, as I said earlier, Luke left. This was a few days ago. Now, I don't know how long now. Probably, I lose track of time in the summer. It's probably like almost a week, but Luke left the server, and I was really, I don't know. I just had no words for him. He announced it in the chat, and I did not see it coming at all, so I was a bit upset, surprised, and there was a lot of emotions. I was kind of disappointed, really, because I liked Luke. I liked Luke a lot, and I did not see that one coming. That was kind of out of left field, and yeah. I haven't talked to him since he left, actually, which I don't know if I will or what's going on there. 'Cause I guess I'm still kind of in shock that he left, because he was like one of the most least likely I would expect, most least likely I would expect to leave, and he just got up and left. But you know, he left because he just felt that he wasn't part of the community, and he wasn't happy with it. Um, and as for Frontier, which is the last guy who left, he didn't really say much when he left, to be honest. He was just like, I don't play a lot, SMPs aren't really for me, so I'm gonna leave. Which I guess, excluding Jay, Kyle, Luke, and Frontier, that was really their main reason. This SMP, or SMPs in general, weren't for them. Like, Kyle just doesn't like SMPs and got the same vibe from Frontier, and Luke just didn't feel a part of this one. Which is a shame, really, because he was a cool guy. But I did just want to briefly talk about all that. Talk about all them leaving. Which is a shame because we don't have too many members, as you can always see in my description. You can see the exact number of members we have. And that's why I'm currently looking for more. I want to build up the server. I want to make it bigger, better, stronger, faster. That doesn't, I want it to be the very best. Like no one ever was. That's something else I want to talk about. The server, kind of our server in comparison with other small SMP servers. Like, if you watch Luke, he's on another one called Cornerstone, which, a few of our members actually have friends from there, so I guess that's kind of our other closest server. I know a few of the people on there, not specifically, like, too well, but I've talked to them and stuff. Anyway, point is, how we look in other servers' eyes, and how we were basically the new kid on the block when we first started a few months ago. And I feel, looking back on it, I feel like all the other servers' eyes were on us, like, oh, are they going to survive? Are they going to fail? And you know what? I'm proud because we didn't fail. Some of them might have thought that. I don't know how many were actually honest, but I think that's how it was when we first came up. It's just like these random people don't even know each other, and they're just gonna start a server. Is this guy crazy? And it kind of worked, to be honest. I mean, sure, we've had our fair share of problems. Is this the second one? Where's the other one? There was. I swear that's the second one. Is he in here? No? Okay. I thought that was the second guy. Yeah, but sure, we've had our fair share of problems. Every SMP does. We've had our problems with inactivity. I'm gonna kill him. We've had our problems with inactivity, like I've talked about lately, but I think we're finally bouncing back from that because yesterday 2 CaseCraft episodes were released. 2. And do you know the last time that has happened? 2 on the same day? There's just been people playing. You can tell that things are starting to come around, and I feel like that's what happens with any SMP server. Sometimes you just go a few weeks, sometimes even a few months, and people just don't play, and that's okay. It's a fact of life. But yeah, when I started the server too, my goal was to just make a fun place for a bunch of. I just wanted to meet a bunch of new people, really, and become friends, and I've done that. I feel like I've succeeded already. The server could stop tomorrow, and I feel like I've succeeded in what I went out to do. But obviously I don't want it to stop, because it is a great thing. I love the community we have. I love the people in our community. I loved meeting new people, and it's still awesome when we add new people to the server. But yeah, that's why. That is how I feel like other servers looked at us, and like Cornerstone's been around. I keep using Cornerstone because that's one of the ones I know off the top of my head. It's been around for a while, and I feel like we may be starting to earn the server trust. It's like, yeah, this thing actually did work out, and it wasn't just a flop like a lot of SMPs are. Which is great, and we're still trying to add people too, because when I started we had about this amount of people. But I wanted more, really. Wanted more out of the server. Am I gonna... I gotta do it behind the nether portal, don't I? That's gonna be a pain. I wanted more people on the server and stuff, and my intentions were always to get more people. I guess it was kind of laziness that I just never did, really. And I'm finally starting to get, I've added, well, we have Empire, who the Lils we're with. He hasn't been on much, but I'm hoping to get some more, so. America, who I added the other day, like I guess, I don't know, a week ago now. He's been on a little bit. He has a cool house. And then we have FF Tara, Jeff. I'm just gonna call him Jeff from now on. Who I added. Oh god, not yesterday, but maybe the day before. I don't know. I lose track of days. But yeah, and I'm like I said, still adding more. Still want many, many more people. My goal was to have like maybe 15, 20 people, so that way there'd always be someone around or something. And it just, it is really hard to find good YouTubers. Like, there's a block up here. Bet there, yeah, there is. Okay. It's a little like what? It is really hard to find good small YouTubers. Like, I can spend hours and not find a single person, and then when I do find someone, they don't want to join the server for some reason. They're on, and then yeah, it seems like all the easy people to find are already on servers, which I guess kind of makes sense. But I gotta put in the effort, and I know this. And if I want the server to work for longer, then I just gotta put in the time, the effort, and adding more members, which is what I'm going to do. Because I know it is. Luke brought this up a while ago. Not a while ago, a few days or maybe a week or so ago. We were talking in Skype, and it was right after he stopped streaming one day. I was like, man, I gotta find new members. It's such a chore. Could you help me? I want you guys to help me, so please do that. And he was just like, he told me that I was wrong, and it's not the other members' place to find members, and I realized that he was right. It isn't your guys' place, it isn't the other members' place to go searching on YouTube for members. It's my job. It's I gotta put in the work if I want the outcome here, and that is part of it. You can't just slack off and have other people do it, not do it. And he just kind of told me I was wrong, and I respect him for that. To be honest, because he was right, and kind of felt bad after that. It just got me thinking. It's like, yeah, and that started the chain reaction. Me finding quite a few members already, and still trying. But yeah, what we're like right now, our current state is good. We're, like I said, more activity from the members, which is good. That's their part, really. That's what they gotta put in, is playing on the server, making videos, or streaming, whatever they do. That's what they gotta put in. They gotta put in that effort. I gotta put in the effort of finding people to do this, and realize that now more clear to me. Is this my last stack? No, I have a little bit more. And yeah, so right now we have the guys playing again, a lot of them at least, which is good. Happy with that. I gotta place a torch up there, don't I? There are a few who still aren't playing, but like Matt isn't playing really, but he's playing more than he was, but his computer actually recently broke, so he has to play on this crappy laptop. Well, it's not exactly the worst laptop ever, but not the best either, so he's got to play on that for a while until he gets a new one. And Steve is having personal problems right now, so he can't get on, and that's understandable. Real life issues. But for the most part, everybody is able to get on, and whether it was they were just out of inspiration, which is kind of my reason here, or they just didn't feel like putting in the effort, I don't know, but some of them were some of them were the other one. But everybody's kind of like realizing it now, I guess. I don't know, that's how I feel. Just my opinion on that kind of stuff. This is obviously a kind of deep episode, deep real talk episode. I actually had put off recording this episode for a while too, because I don't know, I didn't know what to talk about. Well, I knew what to talk about, I just didn't really want to talk about it. Just finally got down to it, obviously right here. And I feel better. I feel better that I've talked about it with you guys, and hey, even got some work done here. I've been on like all day digging out this room and doing other stuff. Feels good. I've seen a few people on. Feels good. But as for the server's current state, I'm happy with where it is right now. I'm happy with where it's going. It's looking up, and as long as we all put in the effort still, I think it's going good places, and you know, it can go on for another 4 months or another year or another 2 years, hopefully. I hope it just goes on for as long as possible. Don't want to put a limit on what we can do here. It's just, it's kind of like a social experiment, really, because when I started this, I just thought, wow, I'm just getting a bunch of, imagine this, none of these people know each other, and soon they're gonna become friends or maybe even enemies, and it's gonna be really cool because yeah. And then I invited all those people, and you know, we became good friends, good group of friends, and hopefully that continues because it's a good feeling when you can just get a bunch of people together and they become friends. And be like, hey, that was 'cause of me. But yeah, oh god, I missed. I think that's really all the deep talk I want to do today. I've never really done that before, so kind of cool. Let me finish up this wall here. As for the actual room here, I'm gonna put like nether bricks and stuff in it, make it look like a nether fort. Gotta do the ceiling. It's gonna be annoying. But yeah, I missed here. Good. Good. But yeah, I think it's coming along nicely. I gotta make it more textured here. It's kind of small, too. I probably should have made it bigger. I just wanted to give it like you came in, the look as you come in, it's super small, and then it just opens up. I'll try and put this portal, the obsidian, in the wall and stuff, so it's much bigger and looks really cool, but I like the big portal. That thing is so freaking cool. I think I'm gonna call it here though. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover about the server, and just everything. Let me know what you think of the room in there in the comments. There's not much to really judge, I guess. Say whatever you want to say. Remember to like, favorite, comment, subscribe, everybody, and we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.